Mullein has an antibacterial action that has been demonstrated. First, to treat productive coughs, we will use mullein. It is a plant that is easily recognized. They form large floral spikes 1.5 to 2 meters tall with yellow flowers. It is the flowers that we will use in the form of an infusion, and they are mucolytic and antitussive. We can also use mallow flowers or mallow leaves, which have the same properties. However, when we want to treat bacterial infections, we will prefer plants with Mediterranean essential oils, such as thyme, savory, and hyssop. All these plants, when we simply touch them and breathe in at the point of contact, we can feel the essential oil that has deposited on our fingers. They are very rich in essential oil. And it is these essential oils that are both antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. What is very interesting is that these essential oils are volatile. And so, when we consume them, whether in the form of herbal tea or a few drops of essential oil, they will enter the bloodstream, reach the lungs, and since they are volatile, they evaporate at the level of the pulmonary alveoli. That is to say, they will evaporate exactly where they need to act, meaning to have an antibacterial or antiviral action. It is certain that if we use it fresh, we will have a better content of essential oil. But in any case, when we make the herbal tea, part of it will evaporate, but a little bit of essential oil remains in the herbal tea. If we really want a very powerful action, then we will resort to essential oils. And there, it is still more complicated because we need to be careful. There are thymol essential oils that should not be taken for more than 5 days because they are very powerful and can have some side effects. Therefore, the dosages will be verified with a practitioner, and both on the number of drops per day, the route of administration, and also on the duration of use. For herbal teas, we generally take a tablespoon of thyme, savory, or rosemary 2 to 3 times a day for a week. As for mullein, it will be 2 tablespoons in infusion 3 times a day for a week as well. Caution is needed for pregnant and breastfeeding women. The European Pharmacopoeia advises against the use of plants in pregnant women. However, we often lack evidence that it is harmful, nor evidence that it is not.
Mullein is another plant that is considered invasive. These are plants that are often found along roadsides, in stony places, at the edge of paths, in wastelands, in areas that are somewhat abandoned. It forms an extremely large floral lamp which can reach up to 1.5 meters, or even a bit more in some cases, if it is well suited. Very large, very fluffy leaves, a bit blue, grayish, let's say. It's a plant that I find very pretty, and thus it multiplies well by seeding. I sowed it. I don't know other ways to multiply it, but I know that it self-seeds. If it thrives, self-seeds quite happily. Given the places where it grows naturally, it's a plant that will prefer rather rocky soils, even though I have grown it in clay soil and it worked, but it was a bit smaller, and it loves light, but really full light.